Welcome to Rat Girls Podcast. I'm Abigail Jensen.
And I'm Jesse Towns.
And he is sweaty and sunburnt.
I thought you were going to say, my husband, I am very sweaty right now.
Yeah.
I'm extremely sweaty and also extremely sunburned. I was in Venice Beach for like 4 hours and I forgot to put sunscreen on, so.
And you had a V shirt on, I guess, which
No.
hasn't been in style in a very long time.
You know very well. She's been making so much fun of me for the way I used to dress back in the day.
When we met, he was wearing, we're watching Vanderpump Rules season 2 right now, because we're always watching Vanderpump Rules. And like Jax Taylor and Tom Sandoval's outfits, like
They look dope.
In 2016 is what Jesse was wearing in 2020. Well, I wouldn't say I think the show started 2013.
The show started in 2013, so
Okay.
it was 2014 that we were watching.
And Jesse was wearing those in 2020. He's wearing tight jeans you showed up in.
Okay,
A leather jacket.
Yeah, you still fell in love with me, so that's on you, number one.
The dress I wore to our first date, I also wore to my granddad's funeral. And it's because we wore colors for granddad's funeral, because it's not the vibe to wear black. And you were like, what is this dress? It looks kind of homely on you or something. And I was like, this is the dress I wore on our first date.
And I still fell in love with you. Like, you fell in love with a man in skinny jeans. I fell in love with a girl in a homely dress.
And a homely dress with no boobs.
Well, the dress had nothing to do with the no boobs. But
Well, it didn't accentuate the little I have going on.
That's true. But for the record, I was not wearing a V-shirt. I was wearing like a button-up tee.
That VT. A VT?
Well, no, I don't think they're called a VT. First of all, she's the one who bought me that shirt a year ago.
Who?
You.
What shirt did I buy you?
The blue floral one that we got
I like that one. That's the one you're wearing today?
That's the one I was wearing.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah.
I thought you were wearing
like a V-neck.
Tyson from Survivor level V-neck. Like that's like a t-shirt V-neck. But no, you're like Caribbean vibe you have going on, or you're like Grecian vibe.
It's
when you
Grecian.
wear those.
I'd say it's Grecian. Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah, I like them.
And I like that I can see your nipples.
If somebody's watching this on YouTube, you too could see my nipples.
Yeah, you gotta look extra hard because they're so tiny.
Oh, I thought you said you got a little extra hard.
You viewer got a little extra hard at Jesse's nipples. Okay, our main cheese this week.
Do I have small nipples? I feel like I've
No,
been told
you have like the most average size nipples.
I have very average size nipples. Okay.
No, not big, not small.
Right, and the areola is a good size too.
And my nipples, we know they're inverted, but mine are very light.
We sure do.
Mine are very light. They're almost like the color of my skin. I'm kind of...
No, you don't have ghost nipples, because there are ghost nipples. Those you don't have ghost nipples.
I'm thinking they're a little bit scary. I might go boo when I show them to you.
You might go boo.
Boo, because they ghost nipples. The nicest thing we've ever done in our life is create this studio in our home.
It is a very nice studio. I did most of the work. Mm-hmm. I got the lights. I got the slats and the pictures. The curtains.
Did none of the work. I even hung things. Like, it turns out hanging things and like doing construction, quote unquote, or whatever, is just like arts and crafts.
I don't know if we should go as far as to say hanging 3 pictures was construction.
I also put curtains up.
Not construction.
Construction.
I call it interior design.
Okay.
But I put the slats up.
Under my supervision. Our main cheese this week is what men think about during sex.
Part 2.
And we're going to do this the same as last time, where I give you the question and then you burp coming. You answer what you think the men answered.
Do you want to say that clean, or do you like the burp in there?
I like the burp in there. It's so real and raw, just like this podcast. We're not afraid to touch on anything.
True. That's true.
True. We touch on it all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you touch yourselves. It just turns into audio erotica. So
do you want me to try and read some audio erotica right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
So what men think about
when I see you, I can't control myself.
That's pretty good, actually.
Thanks.
I think we could make money off that. Please come to our Patreon, because soon to be featuring Jesse's voice work.
If you just got wet, you'll love it.
You'll love it. Okay, so you're going to guess what the men answered.
Okay.
And if you guessed right, you get 5 points. If you guess wrong, you get -1 point.
Okay, yeah, we did such a good job at keeping score
I
last time.
know. And
Okay.
I guess the winning number is 35 points.
How many questions are there?
8.
So I can only get one wrong?
Yeah. Okay, fine. We'll do the winning number is 30 points.
The winning number should be like 25.
Okay,
Give me
25.
like 2 that I could miss, 3 that I could miss.
Okay. First question.
Okay.
Men in the bedroom, why don't you make any noise? Like, speak up.
I think we may be painting with a broad brush here, because I do believe that some men will make noise. But I do think myself, I have not historically made lots of noise. I've started to make more noise because I know that my wife likes it. Her name is Abigail Jensen. But why? What would the answer be? Maybe because we're thinking about either. It's one of two things. Either you're just embarrassed in general, like it doesn't feel, for lack of for a terrible way of saying it, manly.
Okay.
To moan.
Yeah.
You know, or you're just thinking about. You're not in the moment and you're thinking about other things like, am I doing it right for the girl? Is she enjoying it? Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. I think the first one, I'll give it to you because the first one is more on points. I think the noise thing is just an insecure masculinity thing, not wanting to look like you're enjoying things too much. You want to like look like you're keeping it detached, which sucks because sex is more enjoyable the more into it you are. We don't make noises because we've been trained to be quiet. Like when jerking off, when we're teenagers. I thought that was interesting. I love my girlfriend's noise, so I try not to make noise so I can hear it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I love to make, this person loves to make noise. I think I fell into the belief at some point men weren't supposed to do it, but the more I learned about my sexuality and what I enjoy, it went out the window. Sometimes I make a lot of noise, sometimes I make less. When it's good, you'll know because I won't be silent. And if she squeaks occasionally, that's great too.
She squeaks?
Wait. Squeaks have happened occasionally. And when she does, it's chef's kiss. I combined 2 answers.
Wait, when she squeaks at chef's kiss?
I don't know. Just squeaks have happened.
From him?
I don't know who's squeaking.
I'm confused.
The hamster in the corner of the room is squeaking.
Okay.
I do make noise, but the more in my head I am, the less noise I am. Like,
yeah.
So that's what you said.
Well, no, I actually said almost word for word number 1, and that was almost word for word number 2 that I said. Yeah.
Yeah. And then someone said I don't make noise because I think I sound stupid.
Yeah.
For me, it's a mixture of being a bit insecure about noise and then learning when I'm young and was masturbating, I need to be quiet.
That is an interesting one. I've never thought about that.
Yeah, well, it is interesting.
But I mean, sorry, go ahead.
Well, sometimes I think people have shame around sex because you have to be so secretive about masturbating when you're a teen. Like, which, like, yes, you don't want to be out, like, in your family room masturbating.
Yeah.
Like, no. But the fear of, like, repercussions of getting caught. Because masturbating is a normal part of life, but, like, the way you had to go out of your way to make sure no one in the house knew, even after, like, tissues, socks, whatever, hiding it. I think people could hold shame around sex.
I would say 100%. I would say 100%. I think that's a really good point that I've never really thought about before.
Can I just give you a note right now?
Yeah.
Like, pick up the energy, man.
Pick up the energy? I'm just thinking about what you were saying. I'm thinking my thoughts.
Think in a fun, active listener way.
Okay. That's right. Sex is shameful when you're a kid, but I do think but girls also have that when they're younger.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
So then I would say, why would it fall on men to be quiet and women are more open to being noisy?
I think women are open
and squeaking.
Maybe he's talking about the bed squeaking.
No, I think I know what he's talking about, and I can actually respect it because it's like when you kind of go like, you know what I mean?
Like the girl does it or the guy?
Both. I think both. Yeah.
Everyone's squeaking.
Everyone's squeaking a little bit. But I do think it comes down to more, it feels unmanly, quote unquote, to like moan.
Yeah. And I think that's just because our porn shows women moaning because it's mainly meant for men.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be what sounds hot to like men is women moaning. But like if you listen to Audio Erotica or like Quinn, shout out, my favorite app in this planet, it's like all men moaning and like making sounds while they're kissing and like complimenting their partner. And
Yeah.
And so I think it's just because porn is for men for the most part. It's not really from the female gaze.
Right.
And then so you have to seek out other porn and like retrain your mind to think it's okay to moan, or just know, yes, you can moan as a man.
Yeah. I mean, I think, yes, definitely. And I also think just in general, like, we need to get rid of these ideas that men can't be like moaning
Men can't
and shit.
cry and they can't moan.
You're not a man if you cry.
You're not. Only real men wear pink. Remember that?
Kind of. Oh, is it a breast cancer thing?
Yeah, but it's just funny that it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just interesting that we were always being like, real men do this. Real men of genius. Like that was a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true that when you are in doggy, you think about other girls, men in the bedroom?
Lord, no. I will say from my experience, and I think I could honestly say this with most of my hookups that have involved doggy style. Good for the love of God, no. I'm thinking about looking at that booty, dude.
Yeah, someone said sometimes I think about other girls. It just depends on the day. Overwhelmingly, it was no.
Okay.
Overwhelmingly, no. No, I'm often fantasizing about
I feel like
anal.
this needs to be a Family Feud situation where it's like the average answer.
Average answer. Yeah. Average answer is no. No, I'm fantasizing about anal. I don't think I've ever thought about another girl during
fantasizing
sex.
about anal is a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not thinking about someone else unless I'm pity fucking or I don't want to be in their relationship.
Good Lord.
Oh God. What is
Thank you for the honesty.
Gulp.
Ooh goes for boobies.
Yes, for boobies. I don't. I have a couple of times, not specifically in doggy though, but just pulled me into my head more and out of the moment, and I didn't like it. If I feel connected with my partner, I do not. No need for that. Don't think I've ever thought of other people during sex, specifically from behind. I'm just looking at that booty because that's hot as fuck.
That's literally exactly what I said.
You? I do not. I'm not altruistic.
Wait, was that me? Did I answer
no,
that?
No, you didn't answer. I do not. I'm not so altruistic that I don't have sexual thoughts or masturbate to other women. But when I'm with my wife, my mind is on her.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, maybe if I didn't like the person I was with, but I never have. So
yeah.
Overwhelming no. One guy said maybe.
Yeah, I guess I actually think specifically doggy style is a tough. Like, I have never heard that trope before.
I hadn't either.
If I had heard that trope, I would be like, you're choosing the wrong sexual position if you're trying to find the one. You know what I mean? Because it's like, doggy's so awesome.
Well, doggy, maybe it's like you can pretend it's someone else's face.
It's someone else's face. I understand that.
You can't see the face.
But you're looking down at that ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. That was a good point. Do you have to go somewhere else mentally to finish?
No.
Men in the bedroom?
No. The only caveat I would give to that is, again, I'm giving the average answer here. No. The only caveat I would give to that would be if you're like thinking of, if you just have like a bad day or you're stressful or something, like you're stressed, you may have to like really fucking hone in, but you're not, I don't think you're putting hone in, baby. I'm not sure I'm putting it somewhere else, but sometimes I'll go into like, you need to come about myself. You know what I mean?
And what do you think about that?
I just think about I need to come. And then generally it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So no, unless I'm having like a very stressful day and then the place I go is not good.
Yeah, it just makes it more stressful.
Yeah, and then I start crying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've cried so many times during sex with Abigail.
You haven't, but I feel like we shouldn't make fun of people who do because that's a real thing. People do cry during sex.
Okay, sorry.
We're not cry shaming. Someone said, only with drinks do I go somewhere else, just so I don't wear her and I out. Like only when he's been drinking.
Oh, okay.
Like so
he doesn't want it to go long.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm focused on my girlfriend finishing too, so I guess maybe mentally I'm there, but also I'm just focusing on the feeling.
Good answer about the focusing on the girl coming.
There are times I have to close my eyes to focus on the sensations in my penis because I get overstimulated and it's hard to focus. No, but sometimes the sensation...
Wait, sorry, go back to that. The sensations are too much? and so he doesn't want to come fast?
No, I think it's like he's overstimulated other places, so he has to like lock in and focus on his penis.
Oh, focus on his penis. Okay.
No, but the sensation needs to be precise and consistent. It's all a mental game for me. This person wrote like a whole, they should write a book.
Give it to us.
Sometimes I have to go somewhere else mentally so that I don't finish. The more pleasure my partner is visually and audibly having, the harder it is for me to hold back. Sometimes when the hardware isn't being as cooperative, as in go for a long time until erection starts to go away, I need to get myself into a mental headspace to help me finish. But by far, that's the easiest when my partner is enjoying themselves.
Yep.
Absolutely have to focus to finish. Happens sometimes where my mind is outside of my body from being not totally comfortable from whatever reason and that I can't hold back. No, although as I get older, it's harder for me to finish in general. Mostly I think about how much I want to fill her or cover her elsewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so sunburned.
I am very sunburned. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Especially under the lights. I can feel it.
Right. That's going to be one that like maybe will haunt you later in life.
Probably a little bit. But at least I wasn't wearing this shirt.
I know, and then you get sunburned in like a little pattern.
Yeah.
Can nipples get sunburned?
I do agree. I think so. Yeah, I think definitely. I do think that also the head will go to the girl occasionally, like making sure that the girl's having fun. And by occasionally, I mean it's pretty much always there.
You gotta focus on your own pleasure
until the girl can get there, and then once the girl gets there, which she does every time. Once the girl gets there, then it comes back from that, I guess.
But I'm
still enjoying it when all that's happening, obviously.
Yeah, but also women can come after men come. That's fine too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But the guy wants to make sure it happens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Men, in the bedroom, what is going through your head when I'm riding your hand or you're fingering me? I enjoy it, but sometimes I get in my head about how I look.
Ask the question again.
Men, in the bedroom, what is going through your head when I'm riding your hand or you're fingering me? I enjoy it, but sometimes I get in my head about how I look.
I would say...
Also, you have 15 points, I think.
Okay. I would say I completely understand the idea of getting in your head because sex is so vulnerable. And when you really start to show the person the stuff that you like, that you've always thought, back to the shaming part of when we were kids, like the stuff that you've always thought was weird, it is easy to feel very, very vulnerable and very embarrassed. I can say I absolutely, one of my favorite things in the world is to I'll use Abigail, finger her, or I love her sitting in front of me and then getting to play with her clit. Or I love just watching her finger herself. It has never looked bad to me. In fact, it looks very, very awesome. And I've come a couple times too soon because I liked it so much.
Well, yeah, the majority is everyone is a big fan.
Yeah.
I love to watch facial expressions and watch for when I'm hitting the right spot with my hands. Don't be self-conscious. Honestly, I think it looks so hot. For me, watching, hearing, and feeling my girlfriend's pleasure is such a turn on. Wow, this guy should watch write smut. To feel her get wetter, squirt even tighter as she orgasms, and her expressions on her face, body, toes curl. She grabs my hands and guides faster, slower, or she grabs her breast.
Faster.
Slower. She quivers.
She quivers.
Her moans.
Her moans.
I love when we finger.
I love when we finger. A little growl.
That guy should write smut.
He should write smut. That was very
beautiful.
Nice. Yeah.
Fucking love how she looks when I'm fingering her. It's so hot. It's such a turn on. I think it's incredibly hot when my partner uses a part of me for their own pleasure.
That is also very awesome.
I'm never thinking anything other than about how hot it is.
Yeah, I will say I think that like fingering, as we all know, I've made this very evident. I'm a huge fan of hand jobs. And I think that
everyone knows that.
Everyone knows this. But I make a big point about it to like friends because I do think that hand jobs have gotten the bad end of the stick over time.
I think because girls feel like, oh, I'm doing it in front of the professional.
Yeah, which I agree. But I also think that we could go into hand jobs. The only reason I was bringing that up is I feel the exact same way about fingering. I love eating a girl out, but sometimes it's just like there's something that's like primal about fingering that's awesome. You know what I mean?
It's like you're working with your hands.
Yeah.
Like you're putting in work.
Yes. Yeah. Because there is something that's like very sensual about eating out. And there's obviously something that's sensual about all of it. But there's also something that's like I'm just like putting on my construction vest.
You know, in the smut books, the hands are always, like, man's hands in smut books are always described as calloused.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting because I think, to me, calluses don't sound that like if I actually saw a callus.
Well,
like,
it's just a man who's been using his hands.
Yeah, but like I don't like. I'm thinking of like the little callus bumps, basically. You know.
Well, you're thinking of like a guitarist.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know.
I think this is more like he's been wielding a sword for 10 years. You know.
Yeah, it's just an interesting because then of course the women's hands are like delicate and soft.
But I am curious because I haven't read much romantasy. Is there more about it's probably equivalent, I guess, but is there more about hand stuff or is there more about eating out stuff?
It's a combo. It's like eating out, mouth around the vagina while the thumb is finding the bundle of the exact right spot on the bundle of nerves.
Okay.
It's a combo.
I mean, the combo's always been a crowd pleaser.
What does it... Okay, guys, in the bedroom. What does it mean when a guy doesn't like to make eye contact during sex? What do you think?
I think that this had a smattering of answers. I'm going to guess that this had a smattering of answers. And I'm going to guess a couple of them.
Okay.
I think the first is insecurity in general. I think that it's not like I'm so insecure to look her in the eyes. I think it's just like there's something about looking people in the eyes in general that makes people feel insecure a little bit.
It's a really intense thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And especially in, again, a moment where you're that vulnerable. So I think insecurity. I think some guys may have said a more tangible insecurity. They don't want to look somebody in the eyes when they're coming or something like that because they feel like they're going to look funny. And then I would guess maybe a couple people said they don't look them in the eyes because I'm gonna stick with those two answers, but can I give a bonus possible answer?
Okay.
I'm gonna guess there was maybe one person who said something along the lines of, "It means I'm not as into you."
Ding, ding, ding.
Really?
Correct.
Yeah.
Most people it means nothing. They're just kind of embarrassed and like insecure. It seems like very intense to do that. So means nothing. We don't make eye contact. At least for me, I'm just terrible at making eye contact. No eye contact means anything from me or doesn't mean he doesn't care in general. I think it's usually like an I'm too shy thing. I've never had an issue with eye contact, but maybe focus on it again. So this guy's an eye contact hero. And he is shaming all of you.
What does that
mean?
You
fucking
what
weirdos.
Does that? I'm trying to figure out what that
I've
means.
never had an issue with eye contact. Maybe focus on it again.
Maybe focus on it again?
Like, try again.
He's saying that to the girl?
I just think in general. He's just saying maybe try on eye contact again. Not a thing for me, but something about how they connect during intimate moments correlates to not making eye contact, and that might be the price of admission if you want to fuck them. I'd want to know more about what turns him off on, what makes him feel like that. My brain's like not...
I can't comprehend that one. Say it again.
No, I'm going to just... Can't speak for all guys, but I'm in a committed relationship. If I'm in a committed relationship, it would mean it's too intense in the moment and I'm trying to hold back. Intense eye contact is really intimate. If I didn't know the person as well, it'd probably just be because it's so intimate and a little awkward. Shyness, that would be my reason for not doing it. This person said he's just not that into you. It's the one person who said...
I actually have to say, that's all, like...
Maybe
my answers have been incredibly spot on.
Maybe you're an Etsy witch.
Like, to say the two and the one thing, and to say there was one guy who said this, that's crazy.
There you go, baby. Get him on Family Feud.
Get me on the feud. Steve Harvey!
I don't think that's how they introduce him. Eye contact just can't feel too much. Similar to previous questions about being worried what you look like. Personally, eye contact when it feels like, okay. Let me start over. Eye contact can feel like too much. And similarly to previous questions, you can be worried about what you look like. Personally, I like eye contact when it feels like I hold the power if I'm in a dom-sub dynamic. So like if they're the dom and they're holding the power, they like eye contact. Okay, this is an interesting one.
I feel like that could also go the other way, where you want to withhold the eye contact until the right moment.
Until the sub, like,
yeah,
as a reward for the sub, you'll look them in the eye.
Yeah.
Next question.
What's my score?
20?
Amazing.
Men in the bedroom. How long is too long to go without sex in a relationship?
It does depend on where you're at in the relationship, I think. Because I would honestly say that if you're early on in a relationship, and this is somebody that you're very, very serious with,
Fucking like bunnies.
And I do honestly think that if you're in top 3 or 4 months, you should be fucking like bunnies. If you're not fucking like bunnies, I do think that there might be somewhat of a disconnect or an issue there. I would say that I can't speak to being married for a long time because we've only been married for a year, but I would say that we both start to notice it if it gets longer than like once a week.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I think these answers are basically all vary, and they're all just like, it depends on where you're at in your relationship and what's going on, which I think
weird,
is
like crazy. It's like exactly what I said.
Etsy witch. Because I feel like it is like very depends. Someone said 4 days is too long. My mind wonders all the time if I don't get to come in that amount of time, and then I just think dirty thoughts all day until it happens. So 4 days, I mean, I feel like.
I also want to say to that guy, it's okay to jerk off too.
Yeah,
like you don't need to wait the 4 days. Like you can jerk off, and I'm not saying that jokingly. I'm being serious. Like you should be able to jerk off.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Someone said 10 to 14 days depends on why. In my marriage, there are times we go 2 weeks without sex due to busy schedules, but we always talk about it and plan ahead for when we can. I love scheduling sex, and I love making sure you have time for it because it makes sure it happens.
Boring.
No, it's not boring. It's very good
like
to
make
sex.
a schedule for sex.
Okay, it's very good to make a schedule for sex because that if something's on your calendar, it will happen.
I like to just throw it in there. Well,
throw what in there? Sex in the calendar or your
No, neither. I like to throw it in sporadically. I like it to be spontaneous.
Some
sometimes.
spontaneous,
yes.
but it's just like spontaneous gets harder as life gets busier. Depends on you and your partner's needs, of course. If you and your partner don't know this about each other, you should absolutely not be married yet. For me, it's in the 1 to 3 week range.
Okay, yeah, I now understand what you were saying. You were saying that you don't need to know timelines for a person before you get married with them.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair.
Because life's going to make that change.
Yeah, it's going to change
It's good to just have like check-ins with each other about sex often.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the answer. I think that's a better answer than like if we go over however many weeks then we have a problem.
Yeah.
It's like no, just know that you have the right or the ability to talk to your spouse and be like, it's been a bit.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is there anything we can do to
Dr. Tara, who
prioritize this?
Totally. Dr. Tara, who we had on the podcast, does like a monthly check-in with her spouse. And like at the end of the month, they each give like a rating. And then they say like out of 10, or I might be not remembering this 100% correctly. And then they say like why they have that rating. And she'll be like, oh, like I was sick like for 2 weeks this, month. So we didn't do as much sex. So that's maybe why. But like,
it's like a rating of their collective sex life, not of like the partners.
No, they're collective. Yeah, they're not rating their partner. Their collective sex life, and they're just like, what should we want like try to focus on next month? And I think that's cool. Just like doing check-ins as often as possible.
I mean, I think
it's gonna make your sex better.
You talked about this with one of your last guests, but I think that communication, while it seems very trite and it seems very cliched, I think communication is the jam.
Is often the answer.
Yeah.
It's like the two answers for everything are communication and mindfulness, and that's so annoying.
Yeah, but it's real. It's real.
But it's because it's real.
Yeah.
And the time, the too long is when you start thinking about getting it from somewhere else.
Oh.
I don't know if I like that because that's putting blame on your partner for your cheating or whatever.
I don't love that one.
Which it's like, no, bring up to your partner your concerns.
Yeah, again,
and be like,
communicate.
What's going on in our relationship? Yeah. How can I help you?
Although to this person's credit, I will say you can start to, instead of thinking you need to go get it from somebody else, maybe that's coming from an insecurity of you think they're wanting it from something else, or you think you're not enough. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I do feel like a lot of times people end up straying or cheating because of insecurity. I think that's probably about 95% of the reason people cheat.
Yeah. And it's like, just communicate how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And you'd realize maybe your spouse isn't in the mood because like they're going through a really hard time or something. Yeah. And it's not you. And please don't stray on them or stray
From them. Please don't stray from them. Yeah. Joe got so much hair on it.
It's a point of contention with several of my exes. I would say no longer a week than a week. They could go longer.
Okay. Okay.
What we talked about.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to talk through. And, like, the person who wants sex less, unfortunately, but, like, because consent has to be there 100%, so, like, they're going to get their way, basically. They can, like, try to learn how to get themselves in the mood more often and, like, you know, help to meet you in the middle. But like,
I think that's important. I think there's both ways that can be met in the middle there.
Yeah. But I just like, if I would have grace for your partner, if you're like, I need it once a week and they have a week where they just like can't do it. I would just be like,
of course.
Life happens, it gets in the way.
Yeah.
And it takes sex.
But then I also think it's fair for the other person to say, I do need something more often.
No, totally. But it's just like, how do we make that to happen together?
Yeah, exactly. I think that it is okay for both parties to say the other party needs to try to meet me in the middle here.
And that person who doesn't want it as much, like, they should figure out what it is that's getting in the way. And if it's something like really hard, like they're just going through a really hard time,
obviously that's a different situation.
Just deal with the hard time.
Yeah. But if it's a person that doesn't have a sex drive, you know, then or maybe figure out, or maybe
a responsive desire.
Yeah. Maybe try to, as you've done in the past, maybe try to listen to or read more romantasy. See if that helps.
Figure out what it is that turns you on, and then you'll have your little light going. So then when your partner initiates, it's easier to get in the mood. And something people say, like, I love the libido fairy. She was on the podcast, and she said, like, when her partner initiates with her response is always maybe. She's like, oh, like, let me see, like, let's touch for a little bit and see if I could get in the mood. Because if you're a responsive desire, you need your body to get turned on before your mind gets turned on. And so it's like, she has the option to be like, no, like, I'm so sorry, you know, like, but like, she's like always like, oh, potentially.
I actually do. I think that's really, really awesome, because I think that one thing that happens with a lot of people who have not responsive desire, but they have a partner who has responsive desire, the answer is often no. Yeah. And that does start to, going back to what the previous answer was, that does start to feel like it's you. Right. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think that's awesome. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, just when you know, like, oh, I have responsive desire, I need my body turned on first. Well, let's try, like, massaging each other a little bit, or cuddling while we listen to something spicy and see if that gets me in the mood. And if not, that's okay. Like, next time. But if so, hell yeah. Yeah.
But can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If it ends up being consistently no, like for this person who has had the conversations in the past with his, is there a point where it's okay for not okay, but is there a point where it becomes maybe evident that the two aren't meant?
I think it becomes evident that there's potentially some deeper issues in the relationship that are not sex related, and it's just coming out in the sex life. Yeah. So it's like, talk to a relationship therapist, a couples therapist, look at, like, are you guys emotionally connecting? How does your relationship look like? Because if this, you know, who knows what this guy was going through, but it was happening in all of his relationships. Like, you have to think about, like, what do these relationships look like? Yeah, of course. You know, of course. And so, yeah, I think if it's always no, there's probably some underlying meaning there.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And if you're a woman with responsive desire and you need to get in the mood more often, or you want to get in the mood more often, so you want to find out what turns you on. And for me, I think, like, listen to Quinn, audio erotica, yes, we love, or read romantasy, which we touched on this book that I've literally just next to the chair in the podcast, because, like, I love it so much that I want to showcase it always. Quicksilver has the hottest man in it ever. It's another shadow daddy. His name's Kingfisher. And one time Jesse and I had sex to the narrated audio, the audiobook, basically.
Is he crying cum?
No, he has silver in his eye, basically. No one likes this cover. They've released a new cover because no one likes this cover because it looks like a young boy when in reality, like he's like big and manly. And but we've listened to the audiobook before and had sex to it of the man's sexy voice.
We did?
Yeah. So I recommend that book.
Yeah.
Men, do you ever judge how our vulvas look?
How many answers did we get?
Like 15.
Okay. I think my answer will be judge, absolutely not. Notice if there are differences, yes, but judge, like prevent me from still wanting to put it down on him. No.
Yeah, that's the majority reaction. No one said that they judge someone's vulva. I don't even notice what they look like. I just like the taste and feel. Don't care what the vulva looks like. Love how she looks. It doesn't matter to me. It's all sexy and hot. Everyone is different. Each feature is unique and can be pleasurable in many ways. I never judge a vulva. I think all are sexy. No, nah, nah, no. They are great. I care about doing something that feels great to her. Never met a vulva I didn't like the look or taste of. I cannot stress this enough. I do not care, all caps,
Good Lord,
about the size of her labia. Yes, King. I do not care about any body fluids. I don't care about the smell. I just want to be having an emotionally and physically rewarding sex.
Wait, sorry. Is that a thing to worry about body fluids?
I think some people get nervous if they squirt, like.
Yeah.
Or like period, whatever.
I would say most men absolutely love squirting.
Yeah. Love.
Most men want it to be wetter. Not because it feels good, but because it
is
means that they're, yeah.
Okay, this guy goes on. I love women whose bodies are real, including a full bush. Yeah, baby, it's big bush summer, and this guy is here for it. He is our king. He is our leader, and I will, at the end of the summer.
Is George Bush summer?
No, it's never George Bush summer. We're hoping to never have a George Bush summer again. Does George Bush have a kid named George? Will we get another George?
Will there be a triple George?
Yeah.
Does he have kids? Actually, I have no idea. He has a daughter. He has
2 daughters. Yeah, and one of them is on like the Today Show or Good Morning America or whatever. Jenna Bush Hager.
Was one of his daughters named Hillary?
Hillary Bush?
No, that was a Hillary Clinton.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty big person in the political. Hey guys, I think I've heard of this person named Hillary Clinton.
Wasn't there a daughter named Hillary at some point?
I'm sure in like the history of the
world.
There's been a girl named Hillary. Not recently. We've kind of gone away from names like Brittany or Hillary or Justin. Sometimes I meet like a kid and their name is like, I don't know, what's a Kyle, like Emery. And I'm like, what happened to names?
Oh, one of my best friends just named their child Salem, which I thought was fucking awesome.
Salem or Selah?
Salem.
Oh, because I have a friend who has a kid named Selah.
Yeah, I think Salem's awesome.
No, I mean it is, but it's just like...
Salah's like fine, I guess.
What happened to Joe?
What did happen to Joe?
What happened to kids named Joe? We have a puppy named Joe.
Yes, we do.
Okay, last question.
Wait, so what's my score?
I think you're winning. I think 30 or some shit.
How many? There are 8 total?
I don't remember.
But we've done 7.
I'm not a mathematician.
So, okay.
Mathematician.
So 7. Actually, I'm at 35 right now.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've got every single one. Oh, no. No, I have gotten every single one right.
Yeah, you did, baby. Last question. Men, in the bedroom, do you care if there's a little poop during booty stuff since we can't control that?
That one makes me laugh because I have had so much. I will tell a quick story.
Wow.
When I first, allow me to take you kids on a ride. When I first met young Abigail, she had mentioned that she was going to do some butt stuff to me. And I never really had much butt stuff done at all, if any.
If there's anything I'm going to do, it's get in there.
And so I went through a couple week period. You can look at my text messages with my friends. I shaved my butt for the first time. You know what I mean? I was like cleaning it like nobody's business because my biggest fear was that there would be something coming out because I've never been proud of what comes out of my bum. And I think maybe one of the first couple times that we finally did something, I think something maybe was on the finger a little bit. And think that it was so fun that I was just like, okay, go to the bathroom, wash it off, and then we're gonna do it again next time. You know what I mean? Like it feels very, very embarrassing and very, very weird. The answer is no. The answer is no.
It's just part of what you're signing up for. When I get in there, I know I'm signing up for.
You know something's coming.
Maybe a little bit of like a little turd, and
there's
that's
a little Easter egg. There's a little Easter egg with a creamy center.
Nope, I don't even notice the poop. I probably notice it when I pull out. But then I just go shower immediately. Prefer no poop, but like that's the risk you take. Nope, it means we are doing butt stuff, and I'm okay doing butt stuff. Not a worry of mine, comes with the territory. No shame, I know where I am. Nah, dude, it's all part of it. It's out of your control. I would expect the same in reverse roles. Like if they were getting
if they were doing stuff in their butt, yeah. 100%, because it's
a butt. It's gonna have a little poop in it.
I mean, this is a question I don't know. When gay men will prepare themselves for bottoming, do they is it fully clean? Like, do they not have stuff come out?
It depends on like everyone has like an individual routine. The Bottoms Digest came on and he sells like this douche that's like the nozzle is thinner, I think, so then like it doesn't like hurt the sphincter at all, and so then people can use that as a little douche to clean out their butt beforehand, like water up there and clean it out. You can try to time it with your poops basically to do it more recently after a poop. It's just like whatever. It's like user's choice basically.
Okay. So maybe sometimes there's stuff, maybe sometimes there's not. Yeah. And I think that's the answer here. There's just it's probably going to happen if it's a frequent occurrence in your life. And the answer is no. I don't care.
Yeah. I think like honestly, butt stuff is beautiful. But never put it in the booty and then in the vagina, because that's how I got a UTI one time, not with Jessie, before I met Jessie. That was so bad that
I've never given her a UTI.
That they put me on Bactrim, and then I went into anaphylactic shock. So, because it turns out I'm very allergic to sulfa.
But I mean, like, I'm not. Maybe we don't tell the story, but I'm curious if this would make this person feel better. The story about the guy who asked you to sniff.
Oh yeah, one guy asked me once if he could sniff my butthole. And that's not for me, and I wish he would have asked that before we were like in the moment because that's like a very jarring thing if you don't expect it. But like some people like that stuff. Like,
I think people definitely
turn
like
on
it
for them. Yeah. So like also not only do they not mind, they might like.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with playing in the mud.
Okay, you can't fuck through if you can't.
No.
Fuck through mud. No. You can.
No, you don't want that.
Truck through mud.
That's a. Oh no, it's about periods.
Yeah, it's like
if you can't play in the Red Sea, you can always play in the mud or something.
No, if you can fluck through blood, you can truck through mud.
If you can fluck through bud, you can truck through mud.
Yeah, for a second you thought you scared me that I was like saying some conservative slogan or something.
No, I thought you were saying.
Just automatically think.
Well, I think there's a.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, because I'm never trying to push the conservative agenda, so I'm glad it's not that.
No, not that.
Okay, getting into Send It to the Sewers. This is a segment of the week where we send something to sewers. We rant about something. I'll go first because you obviously don't have one. You forgot this existed.
No, I didn't forget it existed. I just forgot to actually decide one. Okay, go on.
Okay. I am sending to the sewers. I'm standing on business about male Instacart drivers. If you do not know how to shop, do not be a male Instacart driver. If you do not know the layout of a grocery, if you do not know the difference between a banana and a plantain, do not be an Instagram carts driver. I ordered 3 bananas. I was given 3 plantains.
I was wondering about that. I saw those laying down there and I was like, why are these so green?
I did not ask for those. A banana and a plantain are very different. They said plantain on the sticker on the plantain, so don't try to tell me you did not know. A banana is yellow, it's sweet, you don't have to cook it to eat it. A plantain is starchy, I can't put it in my smoothie and I have to cook it. I do not want a plantain, why did you give me a plantain? This is the 3rd or so incident I've had with a male Instacart driver. Once I asked for olives and I was given olive oil. What are you doing? Can you, why is your brain not comprehending? at this point, I'm not trying to be sexist towards men, but I do think maybe we should only have female Instacart drivers. I've never had this problem with them, and I think it comes from our history as hunters and gatherers and how women were gatherers, and they are just better at collecting things, and also that's why they shouldn't be demonized if they want to steal a little something every now and again, because it's just in our human nature to gather.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think maybe it is being very sexist towards men.
Why don't you know the difference between an olive and olive oil? What is going through your pea-sized brain?
But I would ask the question, are there more male Instacart drivers or female Instacart drivers in general?
I don't know. I think I've gotten like 50-50.
There's no way you've gotten 50-50.
Why? What do you think?
I would say that I think more males are Uber Eats, DoorDash, and...
Well, probably because they're afraid, like, a male's gonna... Like, a woman has to be more wary if they're that, because they have to be afraid that they're gonna get a male client who's gonna, like, be crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
So, anyway, don't be an Instagram. This guy had 5 stars, too. But don't tell me you're giving this guy... I mean, I didn't rate him at all, because I would never rate anyone anything bad, so it's just no rating from me. But don't give me plantains when I ask for bananas.
I mean, the plantain situation's annoying because now I'm not getting my acai bowl in the
Yeah,
morning.
now we're not getting smoothies. What am I going to do without my smoothie?
Could you
You don't want to see me without my smoothie.
You don't want to talk to me until I've had my smoothie.
Until I've had my morning acai, banana, blueberry, coconut smoothie.
No coconut.
I like coconut.
Could you have made it with a plantain? I'll
no,
be
you
honest,
have to cook plantains.
You can't eat a plantain raw?
I don't think you're meant to.
Oh, wow.
So he really fucked me.
I mean, like,
I
didn't know
really
that information.
Me.
I didn't know that information. Did you know that information?
Yes, I did.
Really?
Babe, I've eaten plenty of plantains.
Have they ever been raw?
No.
Okay. Silly me.
You shouldn't be a male Instacart driver. Actually, I know that for a fact. Because every time you are at the grocery and you call me and you're like, where do they keep the syrup? And I'm like, in the aisle with syrup.
Anybody tell me where I want somebody right now to be honest and leave a comment and say where the syrup is.
The syrup's where the pancakes are and the other baking goods.
Okay, that's true, actually. That's true. But you don't think that the pancakes would be with spices and shit? That doesn't make sense.
No, you do.
No, that makes no sense.
Okay, please now state your sentence to the sewers.
Okay, I need to think about this.
And then will you take Joe out?
We'll both take Joe out.
No, but I took him out so many times today.
I will take him.
I also want to send to the sewers male Uber drivers. I'll cut this out.
Okay.
Because of my male Uber driver today who barked at a dog while he was driving.
Was it an Uber or a Lyft?
Oh, a Lyft driver.
Lyft driver, yeah.
He barked at a dog. We passed a dog, and he barked at it.
Yeah, that's pretty upsetting.
This is why I took Waymo recently. Honestly, I hate AI. I hate all of that. But Waymo was a 10 out of 10 experience. I wasn't in fear for my life. I was just drunk in the back seat saying, hey, will you play Wicked? And they didn't talk back to me because they don't do that. So
also because there's not a person there.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, no one had responded, but I was
But you should be able to choose your music in a Waymo.
No, they have it. Then I realized they have it, like, in front of you. And you can click through and pick your song. So then I picked the Disney playlist, and I was just in the back, wind blowing in my hair, listening to Hercules. Mm-hmm. And that's why then I came home and made you watch Hercules and sang to it.
Mm-hmm. While she was standing no more than a foot away from the TV.
I love Hercules.
I was just sitting back on the couch and she was just standing eye to eye with the television.
Just singing 0 to hero. Who the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I'm glad that was brought up. I'm sending to the sewer the fact that cartoon Disney doesn't exist anymore. That makes me pretty sad. And I'm gonna just in the same breath throw to the sewer, send it to the sewer, if you will. The fact that they called the Lion King. Joseph,
what are you eating?
Joe, you don't need to lick the wall, dude.
Oh my word.
Okay. In the same breath, I'm sending to the sewer the fact that they called The Lion King a live action movie when it was actually just a different kind of animation.
Yeah. No, like, that really grinds my gears.
Thanks for agreeing. Those were animated movies before, were they not?
Yes.
Were those considered animated movies when it was Mulan?
Yes.
That is also an animated movie.
But that's Mulan not a live action is actually live action.
No. Mulan live action is. I'm talking about the original Mulan.
Yeah, it's animated.
It's animated.
Yeah.
That's an animation movie.
Right.
Would you say that The Lion King that came out recently was animated?
No, because I agree with you. I don't know.
Do you agree? So you're saying that you do think it's live action?
No, I think it's animated. I said
that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
No,
it's crazy. It's insane that they're doing this thing where they're making everything live action. I guarantee. Did they already do the Jungle Book? I think they already did the Jungle Book. Yeah,
that was like the big Jon Favreau's huge success, which is why he was able to then do Lion King. I think.
Oh, he did Jungle Book first?
I think so.
Okay.
But no, it's not live action. If it were live action, you would be teaching lions how to sing.
But Jungle Book, I'm actually going to give you live action.
And do choreography.
Okay. Jungle Book, I'm actually going to give live action because you have Mowgli. You have an actual human.
I don't know if Mowgli was a human or not, or if
I think he was.
CG.
I think Mowgli was a human. And so if you have one human, is Space Jam a live action movie?
No, I wouldn't say. I'd say it animated with.
Whoa.
And Michael Jordan happens to be in it.
Whoa, I would give Space Jam a live action movie.
It's multimedia.
It's multi-hyphenate.
Yeah, just like everyone has to be to make it these days.
Yeah. The state of the industry, am I right?
State of the industry, you gotta be a Twitter star. You gotta be an Instagram performer.
She says that she's a multi-hyphenate.
I mean, barely. I'm barely awake right now. We're just recording this so late.
What time is it?
Oh, like 2.
It's like 100% 9 p.m.
No. 11.
Whoa, 10:45. Holy moly.
Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, my fellow friends. Thanks to my husband, I guess.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you next week. Well, maybe we'll not, because I think I might take a little break for like my mental health, so I don't have a mentee B. Because I've just been doing a lot lately.
You've been doing a lot lately.
And I don't do well when I'm doing a lot. And I just want to focus on my book and my art.
What's your art? Tell us about your art.
Just like paintings.
What kind of paintings?
Fingers? Finger paintings.
Oh, okay. But not you're painting fingers, like you're using your fingers to paint. Yeah.
I just feel passionate about that, and maybe I'm going to transition.
She has absolutely lost her mind. She needs to go to sleep.